at home, where are we and what are you doing today?
We are in we're in New York.
Right.
I flew in last night, so I'm feeling a little bit, but not too bad from LA. So we're doing this is for the DVD.
Right.
For Imagine Me and You.
But the rest of the interviews are for what?
I don't know. I mean, I just sit here and people come in and you chat.
What have they been asking you?
Oh, they've been asked, do you believe in love at first sight? It's the gay, all about the gay thing, which I think they're going over the top with about, you know, is Hollywood, is this a new genre of movies? And it's like, not really. No, it just happens that a few films have come out and they share a similar theme and they don't really share necessarily even that. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, they're interested in that, and obviously they're interested in the beautiful girls within the film.
Right.
So.
Well, I will go back and ask some of the questions you've probably already been asked, but when you first read the script, what was your take on Heck?
I liked it. I thought he had a very interesting arc throughout the film. You know, he's not a nasty person. You know, I think he's deeply in love with the girl. Certainly, it's definitely more of a best friend relationship. But as far as he's concerned, you know, this is the woman that he's going to spend the rest of his life with, and rather than him being, saying like nasty and making it easier for the girls to get together, making it easier for the audience to, you know, what's the word? I mean, it's like you sympathise with Heck throughout, which is a much more interesting way of doing it, rather than him being, I say, this nasty guy who then the girls get together and he's just an asshole and he's off. So, I don't know, I think it's quite an intelligently written film. I don't think I certainly haven't seen anything that's sort of like this, you know, with another girl getting together with another girl, and that's not really being an issue. It's just a story about love, really. And
well, we could say, I mean, it's a love story we've seen kind of, only with heterosexuals.
Yeah, exactly.
But does the
it's kind of irrelevant. It's another girl. It's just it's realistic to a certain extent. That it's just, you know, it didn't work out with them, and there was the lightning bolt with her, and you know, that's what happens, and that's why it's nice for Heck not to be, this arsehole. He's just a guy who gets caught up with it, and you know, he wants the best. Obviously, it's painful for him, but he wants the best for her, and I suppose he wants best for himself because he knows it's not going to work out. So happiness does not that way lie.
Have you had that experience of being left?
Left for another woman?
Yeah.
Hasn't happened to me yet, but you never know.
Right.
You know. No, I haven't had that. But you know, I haven't really been in love that many times, and it would be a very painful situation to go through. I mean, I'm very happy now. I'm embroiled in something which is fantastic and amazing and lovely. But you know, maybe she'll phone me up one day and say, look, I'm off with Michelle Pfeiffer. See you later. Have a cracker. I'd be devastated actually, wouldn't I? But
well, that's a revelation. I didn't know Michelle Pfeiffer was gay. But
no, neither does she. No, and neither does David Kelly. I had anything either. But never mind.
In getting ready for a comedy, do you prepare in the same way you might for a serious drama? And maybe to that end, did you talk to people who've been in situations like this, or anything like that?
It wasn't something I certainly needed to suddenly become method about. I mean, and as for preparing for a comedy, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I mean, you turn up to set and you do your best and you're guided through it by a director, and sometimes working on comedy sets, they can be very depressing places to be because obviously it's like, this isn't funny. And often, like, the most harrowing scenes of, like, in serious sort of thriller dramas can be the sets where everyone is mucking about so much, and then they need that release, I suppose. But no, it was just a really good fun project to do, and obviously there were moments of sadness, and it was kind of just, you know, fairly real.
Hardest scene for you to do? What was that?
Hardest scene. The rooftop was a bit tricky because it was pissing down with rain that day, so which you can't really see on it. So it was like we were soaking wet, and and it's with Boo Jackson as well, who's, you know, who's very young and no, brilliant. I mean, she's absolutely fantastic. But it's sort of like, so I was sort of trying to be in my own world a little bit rather than sort of coming out. I was finding that the emotional thing quite hard. Not to sound like an actor, bloody hell.
Well, how old is Boo?
But what was the worst part was the fact that we had to then go back into the studio and re-ADR the sound.
Huh.
For the scene, because there was the house we were shooting on was the aircraft going over all the time, so it's like suddenly you're in it's just so depressing. You think you've gotten away with it and you've done the job, and then suddenly it's like, yeah, we've got to redo it, and you're like, which makes you want to cry anyway, but you're like trying to redo that, and it's never as good as the original, ever, so it's kind of a bit annoying.
How old is Boo?
Boo's like 10, 9, 10.
Right.
And like amazing girl, like incredible energy, quite precocious and stuff, but just intelligent and funny, and she's very like the character she plays in in the film. To be honest with you,
It's a great age, isn't it?
it's a great age. I mean, I don't necessarily know if I would have wanted to be involved in this industry at that age. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure that she's going to work like a crazy girl after this because she's enchanting.
And yourself, what are you going on to?
Right now, well, we've got Match Point out now, which is going very well. People like it. Got Copying Beethoven, which is a film with Ed Harris and Diane Kruger, out later on in the year, which I still haven't seen yet, but apparently is interesting. I don't know. The next project's, we're sort of kicking a few ideas around at the moment. And
What kinds of things are you looking for? Do you?
I kind of want to play something that's very, very, very different to anything I've done so far. I want to play. There's a thriller playing an American who's a really nasty piece of work, which will be interesting to do. Sort of skinhead, lots of tats.
Did I read somewhere? I think I did a review of Match Point, and they were worried that you were going to become typecast as this kind of character, the wounded soul.
Yeah.
Do you think about that, or?
No, I haven't. I mean, people have brought it up. It's like, you never get the girl. And I'm like, hang on a second. I mean, I got Mandy Moore. I dumped Scarlett. So she didn't get rid of me, I got rid of her. And this is like the first time this has happened, to a certain extent. I'm not, I mean, you work, if people like it, they like it. I'm not really worried about being, typecast. I mean, I want to prove what I can do.
Right.
And not necessarily for the audience, but more for myself and stuff. See what can be achieved, but...
And then finally, I just wanted to ask, why are you wearing a hat today?
Because I got a really bad haircut right now. The vanity of it all.
Can we get a peek? Just to
No.
see? Oh, come
it's
on.
It's going nuts under there. And
brave.
also,
What do you mean it's going
been
nuts?
on for like 2 hours. It'll be like flat.
Well, so it'll look nappy, that's all right.
You're not getting nothing.